All right. Damaged Disciples DVD audio track interview. Take 1, 2. It's 1. I deleted the other.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize.
We'll leave that in.
All right.
So this is Rob Roy, writer creator of Damaged Disciples, director, etc. I'm here with producer and actor extraordinaire Russell Sage Patrick.
Sorry.
That's his favorite joke.
Yeah, just blow my head up. Why don't you?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna just talk about a little bit of things about Damaged Disciples. So this movie's been a long time coming. We started this right before COVID. We got stuck in COVID. Life became that life.
Mm-hmm.
We went through a lot of shit, and here we are, 5 years later, finally getting this thing released, putting together what we could get. So Russell, you've been working with me quite a bit since then, since I met you on that project.
Sure. Yeah.
And we've done a lot of things together, become really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So, moving forward. So Russell,
Mm-hmm.
this is the first time we met together on Damaged Disciples. What was first excited you about jumping into the project when I reached out to you with the script?
Okay. Well, we got to remember it says Connie Lamar. You know, she's the one that hooked me up with you and everything. And when I found out about the character and so on and so forth, and I sent in my monologue and with my southern accent, of course, and apparently that got me the part. And then when you sent me the script, I got excited about it. I mean, I don't know why, but I enjoy playing bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
you do that pretty well.
Well, thank you so much. But the thing is that I was like, I only had one problem. I kept trying to get you to send me the whole script so I could read the story, but you were tight. You were tight on that script. Now, I don't want nobody to see the whole story. So you were sending me basically my pages for my scenes, and but they got better and better. And I just when you describe it, says it's an eclectic character. And I says, well, I think we could do this
with a lot of costume changes.
Exactly.
Well, the whole thing about that was the script was written a certain way, and it kept having to be adapted.
Okay.
And there was also a thing that was kind of like I was going with an old Woody Allen trick where he used to only give a sheet of a scene at a time. Yeah. And the whole thing is nobody knows the whole movie,
right,
which was kind of cool. And now people are seeing it from the cast and crew saying, "Oh, well, yeah, right." They didn't know anything about it. They did one scene or two scenes, or even the leads.
Right.
You guys being the leads, you knew the whole movie as when we finished, and also when we re-edited it. When I re-edited it 1,000 times, it became a whole different entity anyway.
Oh, sure, yeah.
To what it is now.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, and honestly, it says I had a blast. I mean, I had a blast making this film, and it
was a lot of work, but it was fun.
It was. It really was
fun, but it was a lot of work for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So how did the story of this anal retentive atheist social worker stumbling into a hidden war between angels, demons, and faith grab you right away?
At first, it says I wasn't sure who was going to be playing that part, but then when you got Ilya to play that, I was like, oh man, okay, yeah, this guy's got it, and he played it well. And the thing is that I said, that sounds like the perfect guy that the devil could take advantage of, because he didn't really believe. And what is it? How do they say it? It says one of the biggest or greatest things that the devil's ever done is convincing people that he doesn't exist.
The friend of the devil was a friend of mine. But yeah, Ilya was awesome. Ilya, that was his first time acting as well.
Okay.
And I pushed him through the ringer because he did physical, he did emotional.
Oh yeah.
He did slapstick. He did angry. He did romance. I mean, he nailed every single thing that we put his mind to.
Yeah.
And he became my Jimmy, and there was no one else I could have.
That's true. And I mean, all during that time, it was definitely Ilya was Jimmy.
Yeah,
he really was. He was Jimmy.
So Russell, can you describe Mr. Roach's character and his motivation? What drives him in this world, and how does it fit into the larger conflict?
Well, Mr. Roach he's a laid back kind of, devil may care, if I may say it that way. But he's laid back. He honestly, I don't think he takes anything serious. Even though his character, is devilish, and he loves to make deals, loves to have things his way, and if it's not, of course, he can, make it hard, for those who don't really want to cooperate. And of course, he seems to have really an enticing way about him into convincing people to go his way.
Yeah, he's kind of based on, when I wrote him, he was kind of based on the Southern manipulative gentleman devil that makes deals with everybody.
That's right.
Doesn't always collect, but he kind of like triggers it for a reason, maybe.
Yeah, right. And the thing is, being a Southern gentleman like that and everything, it's as you'll come across this scene. Where of course he says, "Be careful what you wish for."
Exactly.
So, but yeah, he's manipulating. And what was it? Justin, if I remember correctly, in the diner scene when he's with the crew.
Yeah.
He actually
with the hooligans. Yep.
Yeah, with the hooligans. He actually says, Mr. Roach is some way. He says, but he seems kind of laid back and doesn't really worry about, collecting or whatever. For a devil, he just kind of.
He's like, he goes, I'm still ticking, so I guess, Yeah, exactly. So, but we don't know. We don't know.
Right, yeah.
We don't know.
Right.
There could be a reason for that. I mean, it could be he's doing things behind the scenes, and he collects in other ways, or he uses that as leverage, like a mob boss.
Yeah, absolutely. And who knows? Because
that's up to interpretation.
Sure. And and if I may say about part 2, can I bring that up? Part 2.
Well, yeah, we're playing around with part 2.
Okay, we're playing around with part 2.
Maybe we'll find out in the sequel.
Well, see, and not only that, so, you never know. I mean, for all we know, in part 2, all hell could break loose.
Exactly. We could see it. We could see it. We saw the softer side of the devil. Maybe we'll see the sears side of the devil.
You never know.
That's an old reference I use. We'll see a different side of the devil.
Right.
Explore the characters in more depth.
But I will say this: I enjoy playing him.
You did very well.
Well, thank you.
Any standout moment from the first shoot? Maybe a tough day, a breakthrough take, something funny, or how other actors clicked right from the start that really captures the spirit of making this Damaged Disciples and how we connected early on.
Okay. I know that when we shot our first scene, which is actually the end of the film with Larry and me, I wasn't quite sure where I was going to go with the character, but then when we ended up at the barbershop, man,
that's my favorite scene. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, that really
brought out the character.
That brought out the character, and the thing is that I have these during my dialogue, per se, in the scenes, I have these moments where I pause, and I don't know particularly why I did it that way, but I think it came across, well. It's kind of like I guess thinking moments, but
I can tell you why you paused. because we had scheduling issues with the boys. We had to learn all those lines in 2 weeks.
No,
2 days.
you gave me 3 days.
3 days.
3 days to learn all those lines.
But it became such a good thing. It's almost like a Christopher Walken thing where he paused. It's like it was almost like a natural part of the character.
I didn't want to bring
So
up
happy accidents.
I know. I didn't want to bring
People
up
don't know
that
this.
part.
People don't know this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah,
It's like,
does.
oh, well, this was supposed to be this, and this was ad lib, so we went with it.
Yeah, but,
You
but
know?
no, it's that's the real reason.
That was funny. I mean, there was other things too. I mean, we have takes that I had to edit that had 98 takes, and
Wow.
and you see the movie. It's like, oh yeah, we did it in one take.
No,
It's all movie bullshit.
yeah, it's all more. So true. But
okay.
honestly, but yeah, that was a very pivotal scene. I mean, that really helped define my character.
Yes, definitely, and also set it in my brain where it was going.
Yeah.
Since Damage Disciples was our first collaboration, and we've gone on to do several more since. What's it been like building that working relationship as actor and producer? How have these dual roles influenced your performance or on-set decisions over the projects?
Well, okay. The thing is, since we've been working together and everything, we've had several projects that we've done. The thing is that I guess the only way that I can put it, I think you're a freaking movie genius, dude. I mean, dude, and I'm not trying, dude. You
Yes, I
come
paid him to say that.
No, he didn't. I'm serious. I'm an avid believer in Rob. He comes up with great stories. I mean, yeah. But no, the projects and everything. It says I've believed in the stories, and the thing is that because I believe in the stories and in the projects and the work, I want to get behind it and help get it done.
Right.
So
I appreciate that.
I'm a true believer, man. That's
I appreciate that. My mind is always going, and I'm always writing about something. It may not be perfect.
No.
The execution may not be perfect, but gosh darn it,
There's a story there.
there's people out there that love it and hate it,
right.
or love to hate it and hate to love it. Yeah, exactly. Years ago, 20 years ago, making movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But David Disciple is definitely a love child. It is hard to explain to some people. It was not really a hard sell, but people, they have triggers like, oh, it's religious. It's not really religious. It's a spoof. It's a spoof. It's a what if. It brings your mind about religious and relationships and all that, and both the angels and they're not angels.
Devils aren't devils.
Well, yeah, they're all just people basically, and they all are broken and they're all damaged.
Right. Yeah.
And basically, it's like some people are like, oh no, you say atheist. It's like, well, he's not a believer, but he finds out there is. It's a big mix up of things, and some people, they're like, oh, well, it's a religious movie, not religious. You can see this if you're religious or not. It's got nothing to do with it.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a John Carpenter movie. It's like, I don't know if aliens are real, but I like that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't bash religion.
No,
it's not. It's not.
It's not. And there's quite a few different types of religion in there.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And not once did I mean, it's just a what if.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's been doing that since the day of time. I mean, Bedazzled.
Oh yeah.
Bedazzled with Dudley Moore and the one with Brendan Fraser. Both.
Yeah.
I mean, they Devil's Badmouth and God and all that stuff. And it's what life is. And Devil was a fallen angel. I mean, he was an angel too. Yeah. So it's like these are just fallen angels that are stuck here and blending in and
doing what they got to do to get by.
Right.
And the thing is that you talk about the project. It's like you got to, like you said, this thing's 5+ years in the making. This is a work of love.
Yeah, there was no blueprint after a while.
Yeah, and
we lost the blueprint. We lost. It's like The Greatest American Hero. We lost the instructions. Basically. Yeah, and that's what I had to do is put it all back together. All I had and all the stuff I didn't get to film that we'll probably put in the sequel. Yeah. Which I think would be fantastically fun. But more characters to come.
Yeah, so listen up, ladies and gentlemen. There is more to come.
All right. Pow, pow. Any films like this run on passion, limited budgets, and creative problem solving? What was one of the biggest challenges we faced during the initial production, and how did we overcome it or turn it into a strength?
I think one of the biggest problems we had was being able to getting the schedule to a point where we could actually get the actors.
Yeah,
to show
scheduling
up.
was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so and being a low slash no budget film, we have to rely on the availability of those that are involved, and trying to get everybody together. That was always a problem, but we worked it out. I mean, it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of turmoil because everybody's like at each other's throats, and then at the end of the day, it's like Elia was his first acting role,
Right.
and he was pushed through the grinder and all this stuff.
He was, yeah.
And he would get upset and all this, but he came back like a year later saying, Rob, he's like, I appreciate you doing this because it made me a better actor. I said, dude,
Yeah.
I see you in one of the projects, and I see you in Damn Disciples, and you had such range in Damn Disciples.
He did.
I said, that would be your demo reel for anything.
Oh yeah.
And I said, yeah, you were my Jimmy, and you did everything. And you had such you had Jim Carrey emotions and all this stuff and slapstick, and it was just crazy how good he was. And and also the dynamics with your character.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Jimmy was like a perfect kick match,
Yeah. And speaking of Jim, it's like, say, watching the film and everything, you would think, because I actually when Dylan kind of or Justin,
Dylan plays Justin Case.
Played Justin Case when he I think he really didn't think about saving Jimmy. I mean, it happened, because of who he was.
Yeah, and he's basically he's like it's like an angelic programming.
Yeah, right.
Basically, he had to sit. He says to the mentor, "I had to save him,"
right? Yeah.
Because it's in his biology, even though he doesn't like people, and he's hooked on all the sins of the world.
And I got the feeling and everything at first, his character didn't like Jimmy.
Yeah,
but they developed it
become a buddy film. It becomes like a buddy film.
Yeah.
It's a horror. It becomes a buddy film.
Yeah.
Comedy, romance, with tragedy.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of things, bunch of emotions up and down. But they both kind of learned something towards the end.
Yeah.
They all kind of grew and had an arc.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I will say this, that everyone that I worked with on the film, I enjoyed. Look forward to working with a lot of them on other projects, and some that I didn't work with, that we didn't have scenes together, that I would actually like to work with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, really good crew.
Great crew, great cast.
Yeah, we had some long nights. I mean, I remember being up at 2:00 in the morning at the freaking train station, and or at the hostel, filming the nun scene and that till 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were so tired. From your perspective as a multi-hyphenated actor, producer, and roles like production management or sound or various projects, what advice would you give other indie filmmakers trying to pull off ambitious supernatural stories on a shoestring?
Don't give up. I mean, because there are ways to get it done. But as far as on a shoestring budget or no budget, work your story out. Find the people that can believe in the story and that can support you, just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I use the tools that's out there. I mean, people shoot with their phones that look really good.
Oh, exactly.
Phones or sound like that, and it's just tell your story.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's controversial. I mean, we go back to like when toasters were going to ruin cooks. We go back to like cassettes were going to ruin music, and then CDs, and then DVDs, and then YouTube, and then the internet. It's like and then CGI all of a sudden. Now it's like people growing up with it, they expect it, and then it's like, oh, AI, you just push a button, which is not true.
No, that is not. Yeah, that's
None of it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
now it just helps speed things along, but yeah,
So-
tell your story. I mean, here 20 years later, the stories I told 20 years ago, I can do now that I couldn't do then. George
Sure.
Lucas did the same thing.
Sure.
His stuff, yeah, maybe he dabbled a little too much, but because that was a heartfelt, people loved the product. That was what they grew up, and that's why everybody has a different version of Spider-Man they like,
Oh, sure.
But I'm just saying, it's. I might cut all this out, but it's kind of a ramble. But I don't want to get into the whole AI thing. But I just think now it's like if you got a phone, you got a story, you can buy some cheap microphones.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, shoot what you got. Make sure you have good lighting and make a good story. Write a good story. Story is king. That's it. You go from Pixar to Star Wars or whatever, or Marvel or whatever. It's story is king. As long as you have a good story, they don't give a, and you have good sound, they don't care what you're filmed on.
And see, and you brought up a good point there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say name names or anything, but make sure your lighting is good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not sure,
you can always bring it down in post. You can't.
Right, where you can't bring it up, but you can bring it down.
Yeah.
Make sure your sound is good.
Mm-hmm. Sound is the most important, because that people will watch a crappy looking movie if it has good sound, but not the other way around.
Right. Yeah. Because people have to hear what's going on. So, but yeah, those are two main things. Your lighting and sound, and use it.
All right, without spoiling too much, Mr. Roach has layers that unfold throughout the film. What do you think audiences might miss on first watch that his motivations or role in a bigger conflict?
Well, I think Mr. Roach, I guess the only way best way to put it is he likes fucking with people, but the thing is that he likes coming through for people as well. I mean, it's like, you may think he's trying to wheel and deal, and give somebody a bad deal or whatever, but I think in his own way, he doesn't worry about it, and he really does.
I think he I think he does care. I mean, he's got a twist way. Well, like they always say that, and right, getting back to writing and stuff, it's like the best villains are the ones that think they're doing something right.
Yeah.
And he just believes he's doing something right. He can be charismatic. He can be fair. But he can also be a monster.
That is true.
And so that's part of being fair. So it's like, you want to keep your enemies close. So
keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Right, exactly. For fans discovering Damn's Disciples on DVD or streaming, what do you hope they take away from Mr. Roach's story or from the film as a whole?
That no matter what, there is hope. And just because something turns out one way doesn't mean that it can't get better. If you think it's bad, it's like for me, the film is a story that, hell, for all we know, could actually be taking place. We don't know. But I guess. Just enjoy the film. There's a story there.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Take a picture. Okay. Any wild behind-the-scenes story from our first shoot or ones later that still makes you laugh or cringe when you think about it?
Oh man, that's a good question, dude.
I got quite a few.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
not with you. With all the other scenes.
Dude. Okay. The Necro brothers.
The Necro Bros. Yeah.
Holy cow, man! So we're down there, and then hopefully when you guys, you hear this audio stuff, you've already watched the film. But I mean, the freaking lady fingers, so it was like, ooh, Oriental, nice. And I really enjoyed that. And
That prop is in here somewhere.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
It being a lot of people may miss this, but this is I'm mystically tying his arm. You
Yeah.
can't see it tied, but he can't move it.
that was supposed to be a snake,
Yeah, I know.
and then
I
it was
know, I
like,
know.
screw it.
Yeah,
He's just forcing it down.
yep, it's forcing it down.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some of those, that was a hot weekend too. It was like
Oh,
June,
yeah.
July. Oh, talk about hot.
Holy cow, man! The graveyard scene.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
I am in full freaking leathers, man. On the plane.
I think it was
110 degrees outside
in July. Yep.
and I'm like, holy shit! But I am the devil, so
You can take the heat,
I
right?
could take the heat. But I'm gonna tell you what, I was, dude. When we finished that scene, I was drenched. I had to hang my leathers up for 3 days to dry them out.
How does Batman do it?
How does he do it?
Looking back, what's one thing you're proudest about Damage Disciples as an actor, producer, or as the projects that kicked off our ongoing collaborations?
Well, I'm just happy that we got to the point where we got it where we can present it. Like I said, it's been a work of love. I have been 100% behind this project from the beginning, and it my scenes and developing Mr. Rhodes, like I said again, the barbershop, that best, and then what is it at the end? Centuries of torment. I'd hate for it all to end.
So going with that, finally, what's your favorite line that Mr. Roach delivers in the movie, and why does it stand out for you?
And I ain't tell that bitch shit.
Exactly. Thank you. And one last question, bonus question here. You provided your own costume and wardrobe in Damage Disciples. How many forms of wardrobe off the top of your head do you actually own?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I probably 60 or 70. My actually, it says my prop wardrobe ranges from the 1600s to modern day.
Wow.
So and
I was like, hey Russell, you got a white suit? Yep.
Sure enough.
And white shoes and white tie.
Yep.
You got a red suit? Yep.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Okay, to get white shoes and red shoes, that was hard. That was really hard to find.
You weren't required to do it, but you did.
I know, but okay, you know me.
I know you're a perfectionist.
If I'm going to be in a wardrobe that I think should match, that's like boom, I got to find what I got to find to make it happen. So that's just what I do.
All right. Is there anything you want to close it off with or add before I stop recording?
I want to thank everybody that has taken the time to actually listen to us and watch the film, and I personally hope you enjoyed it. And
we are starting to work on Damage Disciples 2 Fallen Daughter. There's an IMDb page already.
Yep.
And we will be looking forward to filming that this summer. And hopefully you'll stick with us.
Yes.
And hopefully it won't take 5 years to get that one out. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.